Well, it's interesting too, because when I was growing up, there were a ton of Jessicas and Jennifers. And in fact, if you had sisters, frequently it was a Jessica and a Jennifer paired together. And those are not apparently super common names now. So when I am an old person, those will be old people names, which is kind of funny to think of. How like the names that I think of as an old person name were once just as normal and young as my very common name was when I was growing up. Just one of those things that makes you think about how like the impermanence of life and culture. And on that note, are we ready to start Teenage Exocolonist? Look at that. How's that for a segue? I did pretty good, I think. Well, so the thing is, some names are not indicative of times, but actually a lot of them are. If you pay attention to like kind of baby name trends, within like a 3 or 4 year period, there are names. Obviously, I'm only really speaking to the experience in the US because other cultures have other relationships with naming conventions. But in the US, very much trends come and go. And you can track that. And there are names that are fairly timeless. But there's a lot of like one of the reasons why Lauren was so common in the area or the time around my birth year was apparently there was a character on some soap opera who was very popular and her name was Lauren. And so people, even if they're not intentionally like, I'm gonna name my child Renoa, which happens sometimes, there's a subconscious, oh, I like that name. Oh, I've heard of that name. And even among names that are semi-timeless, kind of like it comes and goes, which of them are, like, which ones of them are more prominent than others. And so you can really see, like, for example, during a certain period of popularity of, like, okay, I'll use the Harry Potter books because they were a cultural phenomenon with names that both were common and uncommon within the character roster. Not immediately when the books came out, but a period of time afterwards when the people who'd kind of grown up on the older end of growing up reading those books or reading those books as teenagers or something started naming their kids, there were a lot of Harrys, a lot of Harrisons. And I'm sure, because I mean, Harry is not an uncommon name. And there's celebrities with that name, which helps keep the popularity of the name up. But there would have been a spike because of that. And so things like that can really make a difference. As well as really uncommon names, like people did actually start naming their kids Hermione because of that, which was a name that existed. She didn't make that name up. But it wasn't a name that you would really commonly find prior to the popularity of those books. I'm sure there's equivalents with, like, the characters from Friends. I'm sure there were a lot of Monicas. I don't remember who else is in that show because I didn't like that show, but it was really popular and a cultural phenomenon. And I bet, especially because the age group of people watching that show included people who were going to be having kids at some time while that show was still relatively fresh in their mind. I'm sure if you look during that time period, you'll see a spike, a huge spike of people named the same names, not necessarily named after those characters, but sharing the names of those characters just because those names are more popular. Anyway, this is a tangent, but I can bring it back. So one of the things that's really interesting about the world design decision in Exocolonist is that, I mean, Cal is a person's name. So very charming that we have, in fact, a Cal, who's one of our Flutie Pie community members, who has things in common with Cal the character. But for the most part, the character names, not the short names, because some of the short names, let's pull up the character list. There we go. The short name, Cal, Tammy, Hal, Rhett. Some of these are more normal names. But the longer versions of them, they're not words that we think of as names. They're strange choices. I'm actually utterly perplexed by their decision to have the people who are landing on this planet have similar naming conventions, just because the reason why our characters are named the way they are is because their cult, their colony, was consciously trying to throw away pre-existing Earth culture. That's why they speak Esperanto, a conlang. And so they have these names that are scientific concepts or animals or things like that. What is Dis's name short for? Does it tell us? No, I know that it is short for something, but I don't remember what it is. But they're all named. They're all named for something, frequently something scientific in some capacity. Oh, we haven't learned what his name is? Okay, well, we'll see. But so for me, that's a perfect fit for the Vertumna group. But it's not a great, it doesn't make sense for it to be something common among other groups of people. It takes away some of the specialness of that world building, and so it's a little confusing to me, but they may very well have an explanation for that. I'm going to excuse the fact that we speak Esperanto and these other people can talk to us because it's science fiction and we can do that. It's halitosis is a terrible choice for a name. But that's okay. Oh, that's right. Zuko is here. Yeah, no, so I'm curious about that, and we'll kind of see if that gets addressed or if that's just something that they did to have a feeling of internal consistency. It's okay. Either way, like, the writing in this game is really good. The characterization is solid. Like, the setting is really interesting and intriguing, so far be it from me to spend too much time criticizing what is ultimately a fairly small thing. But on that note, if you'll remember last time, we thought we were all gonna die. But it turns out that we just hit the 50% through crisis. And so we talked a little bit about the Deus Ex Machina feeling of Helio pause. I remembered. I'm proud of myself. Of Helio pause coming when we needed them to. However, it's actually not as badly a Deus Ex Machina as it feels like, because they have in-universe ways to excuse it, which is simply that in our desperation, we actually had people from our colony request help. And that works as it's a secret because they were keeping it from us. It is a desperate act. It speaks to how desperate they were. Because we know this is not something that they would have done. Like, they waited until the last minute to do it. So it works in that regard. And I also think there's something going on with the wormhole affecting fate. And therefore, when you take your science fictional story and you introduce the possibility that fate might actually exist in it, okay, I am on board. The book that I may have told you guys about last time, which I've been thinking about since we talked about it, has fate is a presence in it. Souls are a thing in it. as far as the characters know, and therefore as far as you, the reader, knows. And therefore, if a few things seem a little coincidental, well. Yeah, well, I mean, as far as, like, plot stuff goes, like, it's not a perfect solution that makes everything all better always. Like, it does have a cost. It does provide some interesting stuff. Like, it doesn't come out of nowhere, and they make it work narratively. But it's less about, like, the fact that they're using it effectively narratively, because they are. I mean, like, they're effective storytellers, so that, to me, makes sense, and it's not surprising that they pull that off well. But, like, does it seem too convenient that it arrives when it does? I'm like, well, no, actually, because they did put the time and effort into explaining why and where it comes from, and also in doing so, introducing additional conflict. Because what does that mean? That someone from the Vertumnalia group, several someones from the Vertumnalia group conspired to request help. And are we willing to sacrifice our ideals in order to save our lives or our children's lives? Because that's the question, and that is the decision that they made. Maybe a little late to save some of their lives, but it mostly saved the children's lives so far. So, yeah. Are you ready to go have an adventure? We are going around Helio colony because it's no longer just a stratosphere. Oh, hello. We've got something we can talk to Tange about. Oh my god, Nomi. These two are flirting like crazy. Dad notably did not die. I'm quite proud of that, by the way. I'm pretty sure. Oh, hello. Somebody I know likes that. I think it's Cal. Oh, hello. Okay, this is here. I'm pretty sure. I don't think that door... Was that door open last time I came through? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that if I had picked differently, if I had opened that window, I'm pretty sure that Dad would not still be here. He would be a giant puddle of pollen. Topiary of pollen. So unsettling. But we'll see. Alright, so I've got an Eggie, which I think is a thing that I can give to Cal. I have a meta plan here, which is that I built my character with the expectation that I would need to stage a rebellion. And so being equipped to help with a rebellion was not very helpful when what we were rebelling against was the lack of food being produced. But it may be useful now. So my current, like, low-key meta plan is I'm probably gonna have to form an alliance with Mars. Alas. Then we'll probably lead a rebellion of the kids against the grown-ups for some reason, which is one of my favorite tropes. I'm such a sucker for it. I've never outgrown that. Not gonna lie. It's real bad. I have a total weakness for it. Well, no, but the thing is, that's the thing. Her dog boyfriend is gonna help us make it so that all the kids are gonna be in on it. Secret fun time coup, yes. Maybe an enemies to friends tags. I tried. You guys saw it. I tried to sabotage my friendship with Mars. I actively tried to do stuff that I thought was gonna make her mad. And then she liked it. The audacity! I'm like, I'm gonna show you up. I'm gonna humiliate you. I'm gonna disagree with you in public. And she's like, hell yeah, I've got a rival. And I'm like, oh, no! I did try. I did everything short of unloading all of my mushwood on her. But I did give her one of those And I was delighted when I discovered that she hated it. All right. So I have an Eggy. Do I want to give the Eggy to Cal, or do I want to experiment giving the Eggy to someone else? Thing is, it fits Mars's character. It does. Like, that's the thing, is like it makes sense for a more rounded understanding of her as a person. So Anemone is understandably pretty unhappy right now. Oh, Anemone likes Eggies. Okay, and Cal likes Eggies, yes. Don't think dislikes Eggies. Tange does not like Eggies. Mars, psh, who cares? Not like I want to be friends with her anyway. She's such a butt, am I right? Okay. I still love that it's Doug ears. I do want to be friends with Nomi. Oh, nomination. Oh, it tells us if we know what they're short for. Yeah, marzipan. This. So yeah, we don't know what this is short for. I forgot the deus. Oh, that's such a strange choice. Recalcitrance, yes. Okay, so not everybody's name is known. No, but the thing is, I tried to sabotage it and it's over 20. It's more than at mine with Anemone. Oh, I do have some friendship with Nomi. I'm sorry, I can't not say it that way. So do we go around seeing? Maybe we can see if we can make friends. Okay, anyway, I think I'm funny. You do not have to. Oh! Hey, so I heard you guys have a feast next season, Nomi says, tilting their head to the side. And there's competitions? What kind of competitions? Because like everyone on the Helio learns how to do soldiery stuff. But other than that, I'm not really good at anything. Well, except for video games. Nomi smiles proudly. Okay, but I'm really good at video games, they say. Oh, and drawing. I guess I put all my skill points into dexterity. Wait, do you get that joke? Do you guys have role-playing games here? Do you think we can have an art contest at your festival? Hi, kid. Oh, look at that. Are you the creativity? You're the creativity kid. Yeah, all right. Well, unfortunately, I already got a bazillion points in creativity while getting exactly 0 friendship points in doing it. That's fine. All right. I'm going to see what you think of this. I can give you an Eggy or a flower. Maybe I should give them flower. They feel like they would like a flower. Do they like a flower? Let's see what they think. Okay, no. Oh. Okay, let's try again. All right, Nomi. It's so cool you guys have people who aren't boys or girls too, Nomi says, twisting a long piece of their hair around their finger. Mom and Dad told me that sometimes people on old Earth didn't understand stuff like that, and your ship left Earth before us, so maybe it was even worse then. They give you a bright smile. But they were worried for nothing. Everyone's so nice here. Okay, so their parents were afraid that they were going to be poorly received here because they're non-binary. Well, fortunately for you, we don't ascribe to the necessity of a gender binary. So, let's see. Okay. Oh, you know what? I bet they'll like the crystal cluster. Let's see. Yep. Second try. No, Nomi makes a sound of appreciation and holds the crystal up to the light. What? It makes rainbows? It's perfect. Thank you so much. Excellent. Nomi likes crystal clusters. All right, Nomi. Nomi is running around making pew-pew noises at things like they're shooting imaginary lasers, which is fitting because that's exactly what they're doing. Well, hey, Solana, they say when they notice you watching. Do you want to play Laser Fable? It's so fun. All right. Let's make something with them. It's interesting that this starts at creativity 40. We'll see how well I can just churn through staying cool. Oh, that's cool though. I really like the multicolor cards, the whatever it's called, the rainbow cards. Want to make something? Nomi flaps their hands in front of their face. I do, but it's so hot on this planet, don't you think? You shrug. Sure, it's different than living on a climate-controlled spaceship, but you're kind of used to it by now. Nomi snaps their fingers. Wait, we should make something to stay cool. You and Nomi brainstorm all sorts of weird and wonderful ways to stay cool. Umbrella hats, sunglasses with funny shapes, giant vats of cooling goop. But it all seems too complicated. Eventually, you just end up doodling on some of Nomi's paper and folding it up to make paper fans. Sometimes the best solutions are the most simple, they smile, fanning themselves with their new Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform fan. Oh, I got a point in creativity and friendship with Nomi. Look at how adorable they are. I'm sorry, but they are just the cutest. And that was them making a not their usual talking face, but an actual smile. Oh, we could just churn through all of these. Creativity 80 or greater. Let's make something. Because my creativity is in fact high enough for this. You know I do, Nomi exclaims. I've had this great idea in my head for months. I want to build something huge, and I need your help. Oh, good. Oh, they're so cute. Nomi walks you through their plan to craft the biggest thing yet. A massive dilly pillar float that you can carry on your shoulders using mushwood sticks to puppet it around and make it look like it's dancing. It's a huge hit, especially for the younger kids. You get a workout and you get to make something beautiful. Yeah! Alright, so what do you think? Are we gonna romance Nomi? Or do we have too much in common with Nomi? And we're not gonna be able to romance them successfully. I bet that... Shall we... I don't know. Like, I do want Mars's boyfriend to be on... I want to be on good terms with Mars's boyfriend. But... I do like Cal. I want to make him happy. Give him an eggie. What's the button for items? Memories. Obviously. Gear. No. Collectibles. I could give him a fruit. I could give him an eggie. Well, let's talk to Tange, actually. What's up, Tange? Tangent is about to duck back into engineering when you approach. She winces and shields her eyes from the sun. She looks at you miserably, and you notice that her right eye is glowing faintly. What are you doing, Tange? It's my new hollow eye implant, Tange says. Its ghostly glow snaps in and out of existence as she blinks. I seem to be experiencing some unpleasant side effects from it, similar to that of an ocular migraine, Tange confesses. Instance warned me that this level of visual information can be difficult for the human brain to comprehend at first. You agree to follow her into engineering to get out of the sun. Okay, a hollow eye implant. I wonder exactly what that's going to do. She's got her palm thing, which I wonder if the palm thing is an implant too. Ah. It's similar to a hollow palm, she explains, still holding her forehead and squinting, but with an infinitely large screen because it projects directly into the oculus. It used to belong to Dr. Instance, but she passed it down to me to help with my work. I wonder. So, thing is, Instance tried to get away when the cops showed up. there were certain of the adults that were more concerned or concerning with the adults. I wonder whether Instance is hiding evidence by giving her implant to her foster daughter. Which is a very rational choice, and it could be legitimately very useful for Tange to have for her work. Oh, I don't know much around. But I know that there is stolen tech, including our AI, presumably. Things that we liberated from corporations before taking off for this planet, which I suspect is the reason why the cops want to arrest our people. And so I wonder whether, for example, this implant, either it itself is tech that we're not supposed to have, and a child is more likely to be safe, or if there's some sort of like information, or if it's been used to do things in some way that could be proven if you took the implant. But if a kiddo has it, the Heliopause crew they don't seem like they don't seem evil. For whatever flaws they may have, they don't seem evil. And so this being with a kid would be safe. This could also just literally just be a sign that Instance cares about and wants to take care of Tangent and wants to give her something special. And it's like, we don't have very many of these things. It would be useful for you. You're a genius, and you would get like a lot out of it. So here is a kind of maternal thing that I will do in a very rational, helpful way. It could be nothing more than that. I could be overthinking it, but wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be a morally interesting choice? You know? And like, does Tange know, or does Tange not know in that case? It's interesting. Just a thought. Just could be a complicated, emotionally complicated and morally complicated plot situation you could set up right there. That's all. If I were writing it, I might have done something like that. All right, so I can either say, I'm sure you'll get used to it soon, or maybe you should take it out. Well, I'm pretty sure that my supporting Tange is gonna wind up having some potentially catastrophic consequences at some point down the line. Like, I'm pretty sure that I kept Dad alive by meddling in that situation pretty thoroughly. Solana has no idea. And she's had a crush on Tange for like years. They've been super close friends, and she's had a crush on Tange. I mean, notwithstanding the fact that she's like held hands with Tange's twin brothers, so like, you know, there's complications there, but she's not wise or unbiased when it comes to Tange. Also, she's a little scared of Tange's ideas, but like, she doesn't know what to do about that. So I'm sure you'll get used to it soon. Encouraging her to take it out is probably not gonna work well, so I'm sure you'll get used to it soon. Tange sets her jaw and nods, determined. I know it will. It's only pain. Oh my god, this kid is messed up. I'm sorry. It's more than an implant, Tange continues as you follow her to the medbay labs. Hollow eyes are on the very forefront of human augmentation. They represent our next steps towards ascending as a species. She touches the red scar where her hollow palm used to be. Ah, okay, that's replacing it then. No more clunky screens, no privacy concerns, she says quietly. Elegant, integrated design. It observes the motion of my hands and uses it to generate an AR interface for my entire field of vision. It's partly powered by my own metabolism through the magnets embedded in my skull. It's beautiful. Nobody else is here. You hear the gentle hum of experiments running in the corner. This kind of technology is so far beyond what we're capable of reproducing in the colony. Tange sighs, rubbing her temple under the implant. Once they're gone, they're gone. Maybe Earth will send us a shipment of new ones someday, but I expect they've developed something more advanced since we left Earth. I suppose it's more likely they've forgotten about us completely. I feel like the timing on this is... This may not be something specific to this point, so it may actually not be my conspiracy here. Brung, brung. The quiet hum of the laboratory is shattered by an alarm. Tange jumps at the sudden noise and shuts her eyes tight. I have to get this, she mutters, gesturing in the air to silence the ringing. The simulation I'm running is time sensitive, she explains. The specimens require minute changes to their environment every 2 hours. Temperature, humidity, light levels. She grimaces. If we had better automation, this wouldn't be a problem. I could do this if I had points in biology that I do not have. I could help with her migraine. I have empathy 41 or greater, or need reasoning 41 or greater. My reasoning is high, my empathy is not quite there. So what else I could say? That sucks. Sorry, I can't help. Yes. Tangent definitely wants to lose her humanity, and I'm a little concerned about what that's going to look like. But we're going to work on that. That's a little bigger and more complicated than Dad, don't go join the pollen spore monster that is taking over your body. Didn't sneeze, okay. Alright, I'm gonna help with her migraine. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna try. You are in medbay, after all. You rummage around for a bottle of triptans and a cold towel. Tangent grudgingly swallows the migraine medicine and lays down on a med bed with the towel over her eyes. You shake your head. This girl needs to take better care of herself as you apply pressure to her temples. She slowly breathes in and out. After a few minutes, the tension in her face eases. Oh, good. I feel less human now, thank you, she says with a small smile. That's concerning. She wobbles over to her experiment, where she uses the computer to set the environmental parameters for what seems to be some sort of fungal growth comparison. When she's finished, Tange slumps down on the floor in a corner where it's nice and dark. She folds her arms and lays her head on them. That should buy me 2 more hours. Well, I mean, at least she's researching the thing that is trying to kill my dad, so, like, there's that. Tange shifts over, wordlessly inviting you to sit down beside her. Her arm is cool to the touch as it rests against yours. Tange turns to you. Thank you for your assistance. I don't think this is the right thing to do, and I don't think Tange is gonna like it, and it's probably gonna lead to some drama. I'm so sorry. So that thing I was saying, she's had a crush on Tange for years now. She doesn't think Tange is interested, but here, Tange is saying sit next to me. Thing is, Ace and Arrow are not a guaranteed thing to go together, so it is possible that she's Ace but not Arrow. But I, as a player, I think that Tange is really uncomfortable with any attempt at romance. She's made it clear that she thinks that romance, in theory, is gross. She thinks that human emotions and fluids and hormones and all of that, just, she would like to not have any of that. But Solana has had a crush on her for years. Has been trying to earn her approval, been her best friend, but encouraging even in cases where maybe she shouldn't be. Like, she's biased here. And this is a scenario where I think a person might read this situation and be like, is this a moment? And so as a hormonal, moody, inexperienced teenager, I think the only in-character option that I have here is to flirt with her. Do I think that that's the right thing to do here? No. Has that stopped me before? No. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that because that's what Solana would do. Tange, let me take care of you. She's not gonna like this. Tange gives you a slight smile, barely visible in the faint glow of her hollow eye. People always tell me I should take better care of myself, she says. And they're right, because when other people try to take care of me, they usually get it wrong. Only I know what I need. But you helped, Tange says. Thank you. Please don't tell Instance that my body is adjusting poorly to the hollow eye, she adds. It's only temporary. The stupid flesh prison is not allowed to draw the limits of my form. I'm really concerned about where this is going. But, you know, it's fine. Tange did not take that badly, at least. I don't know that it's a good thing that she didn't take that badly. But she's, you know, no, I am going to say something, though. She says there, people don't usually know how to help me, so I don't want people to try to help me. But you actually did. So, like, maybe I can be, as a close friend at the very least, maybe I can be a lifeline tethering you to humanity. I don't know if that counts as flirtation success, but it was not an interaction failure. How's that? So poor confused Solana. She doesn't know. Alright, what are we gonna do now? I don't know if I'm gonna do anything for Vertumnalia this year, Anemone says, crossing her muscular arms. I know Calm wouldn't want me to stop just because of him, but it doesn't feel right. Yeah. I think you like Eggies. She likes Eggies, doesn't she? Let me see. Friends. Yeah, she likes Eggies. Okay. I just, like, I know you can't befriend everybody. It's funny to me that my friendship with Mars is higher than my friendship with Anemone. I want to make Cal happy. I want to be friends with Cal. And you know, regardless of whether it makes sense from a gameplay perspective, Anemone just lost her brother. I was there for that. I'm gonna give her an Eggie. Have an Eggie. It's not gonna do anything objectively, like, it's not gonna fix the problem, but I can't fix the problem, but it can give you something you like. Anemone gives you a little smile. Thanks, Solana. This is Calm's favorite food, too. Oh, okay, that's the perfect. That's the perfect. That is exactly what I was thinking. This poor kiddo. I can give Cal some bobber fruit, too. Oh, I can't. Cal is kicking a small beanbag into the air, trying not to let it touch the ground. He's not very successful. That new kid, the dog boy, Rex, showed me how to play this, he says, groaning as the beanbag hits the ground again. It's a lot harder than it looks. One of these days, I'll be able to do the fun nature fact. Biology 40. Maybe I won't, actually. Well, we'll see. I don't know that I'm gonna get that biology up. What's up, Mars? What do you think about the new kids? Mars asks. Most of them are very, you know, soldiery, and I suppose that's okay. Oh, wait, never mind. Okay. No, we've already had this conversation. I remember that. Rex hasn't gotten used to life on the surface yet. You remember your first year. Vertumna seemed so enormous, so full of dangers and mysteries. Well, it still does, but the shock eventually wore off. Rex still has that slightly bewildered look on his face every time he walks outside and the sunlight hits his face. It's so bright and warm. So I could help him build something. Engineering. Oh, he's an engineering boy. Okay. I could give him a present. Or I could give him hugs. I'm gonna help him build something. Why not? Actually, I'm working on something right now, Rex says, producing a holo projector. It looks so familiar. Wait! It's the holo projector you used to watch vids on in the creche. It's been broken ever since the creche was destroyed. I was hoping you could help me fix this up. I want to have outdoor movie nights. Excellent. Okay. That's not the thing that killed Tammy, is it? Killed by an electric shock when you were 10. It wasn't the holo projector, was it? Was it a toy? Not the holo projector. Was it the holo projector? Okay, hold on. I will give you constraints for this. Those of you who have seen my playthrough and are aware of things, the thing that we saw electrocute Tammy, was that the holo projector or a holo projector? Yes or no? Yes, this is Chat Hat. It is in fact a lesbian. Hey, I think today is the International Day of Lesbians, which, hey, speaking of, I am now officially a sword lesbian. Check it out. Check it out. I have a sword. Isn't it pretty? It's not the sword I ordered, but it is actually the sword I wanted, except this is the wrong color. So I'm gonna get the right color of wood at some point, and then I'll have a sword. But yeah, so I actually have been taking fencing lessons. Am I good? No. Does it matter? No. It's fine. On guard. We don't actually say that. We do Italian style. We're studying some Italian guy's book. But I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm very excited about my sword. It's a cool sword. Yes, it is. It's an absolute beginner entry level economy rapier, but it's pretty and it's mine. And I have a sword now. So that's cool. Okay, so the conclusion is this is not the thing that killed Tammy. So, that's good. I feel like Solana would be like, wait. Okay. You help Rex bring the holo projector back to life. Then you help him make an outdoor theater for it, complete with overhead lights and comfortable places to pile up your bedding. And Anne provides the snacks. Rex looks at it with pride. We just have to figure out what to play for our opening night. Excellent. So I've made friends with him, and I got some more points in engineering. Sweet. Why is hugging an option with him just by default? Oh, engineering is not. Oh, it's gonna take a while. I guess it did just save, didn't it? See what happens if we hug him. I'm gonna try hugging him. Hugs incoming. Rex throws his arms wide. Coach, I'm open! He laughs. Oh my god, that is a great line. What a good response. He laughs, catching you as you throw yourself into his arms. He spins you around and growls into your neck, squeezing you tightly. It's a good hug, the kind that makes you instantly just a little more relaxed. Adorable. Okay, so he's very easy to befriend, I suppose. All right. Check it out, my friendship with him is non-zero. My friendship with him is not as high as my friendship with Nomi, but I'm working on it. Okay. Did I talk to Cal? I did talk to Cal. I haven't talked to Dis yet. Hello. Ah! Alright, Zuko. So what do you do for fun here? Vase says, looking around. It's a little backwater, isn't it? A pokey little colony on the ass end of a wormhole. I don't expect much. Do you play cards? Darts? No? He sighs. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like you. I mean, you've probably got a tragic past because you're Zuko. You might not be Zuko. That's fine. But Dis, what's up, Dis? Dis is sulking on a hill. Dis looks haunted, with dark circles etched deep under his eyes. Why bother? He mutters, pulling his sleeves over his hands fitfully. Why are we... They're just going to come again. It's pointless. Living is pointless. Oh, kiddo. Oh, kiddo. Kiddo, 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 kiddo. Oh, man. So now I have to figure out what I'm going to do. Oh, I'm going to go talk to Dad. Gotta go talk to Dad. Let's do that. All right. Hold on, my light. There we go. That's better. All right. What's up, Dad? Your dad is doing some maintenance on your mom's private garden. I can't believe she put some native plants in here, he says, wiping his face with the back of his wrist. We used to argue all the time about wasting geoponics resources on them. But look, here. He shows you where some green vines are climbing up the same trellis as a bobber fruit. Even she was coming around. That's interesting. It could be that she is coming around. It could be something else. I don't know exactly what that something else could be, but could be. Helping with the animals when my animals points. When my animals is over 80. However, my animals is not over 80. My animals is like 60? My animals is 58. I was close. Okay, well, what am I gonna put points in? Oh, that's right. Last time I helped out in the kitchen, I got some empathy points. Very exciting. There's something else that gave me empathy points. What was it? So I could study more science, humanities, or engineering. I did a lot of that earlier. Oh, studying engineering gives you both friendship with Tangent and with Nomi. I do like that. I do want to be friends with Nomi. They only study engineering. They're not interested in anything else. Oh man, there's so many choices. Okay. I could help in the kitchen, which does not give me friends. Relax in the lounge, which is friendship with Rex. Practice photo phonor. Creativity goes up. Bravery goes up. Friendship with Nomi goes up. Helping in the kitchen doesn't give me friendship, but it does give me empathy, which is good. I don't need more points in like creativity. I'm doing just fine. What is this one again? Ah, here we go. Okay, so working in the depot. No thanks. Oh, delivering supplies, Mars and Rex. Okay, well that's good. I'm glad to know that they are still doing their thing. Hold on. All right. tending the animals. Friendship with cow. And you do get a lot of points and things. Like, I think tending the animals might give you the most points of anything. It gives you 5. Because I want empathy. I feel like empathy and persuasion are going to be useful as this goes on. I built my character to be part of a rebellion, eventually. Sorry, there's just all these places to go to figure out what I want. Okay. Relax in the walls. Lookout duty. Friendship with anemone. I think perception's okay. Defense training. Anemone and vase. I don't care about vase. Or the one remaining thing to do is to come out here. Friendship. Oh. Surveying the plains gives you friendship with dis, but forage in the valley does not give you friendship with dis. Perception and biology. Perception in animals. Yeah, how come foraging in the valley doesn't have does dis not go to that one? I guess maybe he stopped. Because we could go out there and get a lot of... I guess the thing is, like, as much as I don't like Mars, I actually like Mars. She's entertaining, and I'm amused by how much I dislike her, and I'm amused by her insistence to be good-natured and my rival, even when I don't want her to be. And I'm interested with the fact that I'm actually legitimately agreeing with her on things. So I guess I do need another character that I'm going to dislike, so that will be Vase. Yes, he will be my... So the thing is that he's kind of a nothing burger, whereas I feel like Mars from the beginning was like, eye-rolly, which is good. It's interesting. So we could try foraging in the valley with what we've got. We've got a fair bit of our energy. And we'll get a lot of random points there. I don't need more points in biology. I don't really care. I have tons of points in perception. I have so many points in perception. Yeah, I guess a heal is a good way of describing with Mars. Like, I wasn't like, gotta hate that she's in the game. Oh man, okay, so what we could do, what we can do, you know, I haven't done any science in a while. I could go do some science for this month. So this is pollen. This is the... I've mostly been out there in the first season, right? Where the snowy season? That's dust. So I don't think I've been out there during dust. So yeah, let's do some study engineering. Because I've got 2 friends in there that I can get points with. I went to the valley during pollen. Okay, well, we'll try. I am excited about studying engineering. I want my persuasion and my empathy to be higher. Those seem like they would be useful. But I'll get there. Alright, let us study engineering. It's time for your end of term project. You're partnered with Tange and Nomi to come up with a project that uses everything you've learned about math, physics, computing, robotics, architecture, and astronomy. I know, Nomi exclaims. We should go down to the Helio engine room and see if it makes us think of anything. I could either say great idea, or I guess that could work. Yeah, let's scope out their engine room and see what's up. Great idea. That's not a terrible idea, actually. Tange agrees slowly. We could do a comparison of the Helios superior engine and talk about how Earth technology improved in the years between the stratospheric and the heliopause, leaving Earth. Nomi nods excitedly and leads the way. Oh no. They are very dissimilar. But what's sorry. One of the things that's really interesting here is that Nomi actually has some of the same, like, eccentricities, some of the same level of eccentricities as the twins. But whereas they've been kind of left to their own devices and made to feel like weirdos and outsiders, it sounds like Nomi has been supported by their parents. And so instead of feeling insecure about their place in the world or resenting everyone else around them for their failings or for not supporting them or anything like that, Nomi is optimistic and hopeful and playful. So it's I don't know, I think that's very interesting. Also, the fact that I can draw that comparison makes me think that, I think Solana could develop an interest. Like, I think she's got a type, but I think Nomi might wind up falling into that type. So we'll see what winds up happening there, whether that is teenage drama or a little polycule or what. We'll see. No offense, but we also had, like, way better funding than you guys, Nomi explains as you head down into the belly of the Helio. You know, like government funding, right? Like, not just dark web stuff, but actual factual space travel budget. People were so mad when you guys left. The world didn't believe the Strata would even make it off the planet, but when you did, everyone left behind got super competitive. So our technology is, like, so much better. They say so a lot. So that's interesting. So we barely managed to get off, to get away. We stole some stuff, had no budget, hacked things together. And then when we could do it, everyone was like, what? If they could do it, I guess, what's our excuse? That's interesting. You and Tanj try not to roll your eyes as Nomi chatters away. You split up to take a look at all the different components of the Helio engines, from the cooling system to the nanocell reactors to the complicated banks of computers that all once housed the Helio's much less powerful onboard AI. The Helio might be newer, but nothing beats congruence. You're leaning in to take a look at some faded warning sign about pacemakers when you hear Nomi yell, Oh no, guys, I think I broke it. Help, I'm stuck. I can either help them or say, what is it this time, Nomi? Obviously, I'm going to help them. I'm not going to be rude. You and Tanj rush over to where Nomi is sprawled out in a tangle. I'm thinking about tangents. A tangle of cables. Incredible. Wrapped around them like a nest of snake bugs. Nomi looks too terrified to move, and for good reason. Every time they do, more wires snap free of their connections and contribute to Nomi's growing distress. The panel behind them beeps in warning. Help me, Nomi pleads. I'm afraid to move. What if I turn off life support or something? Oh, look at their adorable face. They have very adorable expressions. I think we're supposed to think they're cute. I mean, they are cute. It's delicate, stressful work, but together you and Tanj manage to pull Nomi from the disaster. You look down on the jumbled, hopeless tangle with growing fear. You're going to have to rewire everything and hope you get it right. We're gonna fix the power array. Engineering challenge. Okay. 76. Could be worse. Could be worse. So this guy's 6, huh? Alright. What about 4, 5, 6? Alright, next round. Oh, never mind, that's not gonna work. This is such a bad card. It's really dreadful. Hold on, we're gonna try something here. Oh shoot. That was not right. Oops, no, hold on. That's 20. What was it before? Okay, that's better. Well, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I got extra points out of that after all. We'll see what we can do here. There's my 7. 6, 7, 5, 4, 3. Oh. Okay, I could do this. That's probably for the best. There we go. Okay. It could be worse. It could be better. But it's alright. I'm gonna count this as a win, even if it's not a super goal. I honestly wasn't sure I was gonna be able to get that. No skill changes, what? But. Oh, I got a memory. And I got friendship with both Nomi and Tangent. Okay. You all breathe a sigh of relief when all the cables are reconnected and everything stops beeping. I knew we could do it, Nomi says, looking relieved. And now we know how it all works. Fixing the power array. Oh my god, that's a great illustration. Also, I love how like shamelessly anime Nomi looks because Nomi is the anime fan type. Well, that's good. I got extra friendship points with these two, which is great. +2 to engineering, +1 to reasoning. You work together on your final project, which is a full schematic of how the Helio engines work. Nomi contributes some intensely detailed drawings, and Tange makes sure everything is correct. You write up the comparison between the Helio and the less complicated Strato. Oh, phenomenal. That's dreadful. Amazing. Well done. Congruence looks over your work. Congratulations, you three. This is wonderful work. You officially pass, but there's always more to learn and more to teach the others. By the way, she adds with a wink, good work repairing that power array as well. Don't worry, I won't tell. Increased rewards for studying engineering? What does that mean? I got kudos. Get to work. I got 3 reasoning points. More stress. And then friendship with these two. Excellent. Okay. Well, that was exciting. I enjoyed that. All right, so we are so close to having our next engineering perk. Which would probably be useful. Slightly moody, huh? All right, we'll talk to you. My reasoning is going to have to be 80. Oh. My reasoning is not even close to 80. I may have hit my limit. Cal. I'm sorry, Cal. All right. Nomi is lying flat on their back, looking up at the sky. It goes on forever, they exclaim, waving their arms. There's no ceiling at all. I feel like I'm going to float right off the surface of the planet. Maybe you will. Hopefully not. That would be no good. All right. Okay, I can give Rex another hug. I'm coming in for another hug. Again, Rex laughs, but wraps you up in a great big bear hug all the same. Okay, that was too soon. Got it. Mars grabs your arm and hauls you somewhere a little more quiet. OMG, she says. So I was making out with one of the Helio kids. Don't make that face, Solana. It's no big deal. And she said that they're not allowed to use their nanoprinters for anything except uniforms. She holds her hand to her chest. Excuse me? No wonder they're so boring. Clothes are the window dressing to the soul, Solana. Incredible. Incredible, Mars. Oh man, my persuasion's gotta be really high to gossip with her. It's not there. Oh man. So in some ways I think you get better cards if you wait and do these things when you're a teenager. Well, unfortunately, my persuasion is not. What is my persuasion? 36. Yeah, it's not anytime close. And yeah, no, when she did say so, like, I thought that was Nomi, but I guess maybe that's not just Nomi that talks that way. Alright, well, I kind of want to round out one more engineering. And, then we'll have... Oh, wait, it's 66 that we want, right? And then, like, in dust, maybe go out and have an adventure outside. I do want to keep my empathy going. I don't know, folks. I don't know. I kind of want to do one more round of study engineering. I'm going to do it. Because everything is stressful and bad and sad. Solana's mom is still gone. This is what Solana used to do. This is normalcy. This is comfortable. Even better, she has 2 friends there. Like, I think Solana is on some level desperate for some good feelings. So I think studying engineering in her comfort space, that's the first thing she did when she was a kid. So she's kind of returning back to her childhood interest. The thing she couldn't afford to do because everyone was starving to death. And she had to put this aside to try to help keep them from starving to death. So she's falling back into old routines, old habits, old interests, and getting rewarded for it with the feeling of being around friends. Role playing. Study engineering. You see a notice on the engineering holo web. Chief Engineer Instance needs someone to help with. Chief Engineer Instance needs someone to help with after-school tutoring. Literally anyone who isn't a complete idiot will do because she's desperate. Please apply. I can apply for the job. Do you want to be a science tutor or focus on my own studies? I wonder how that's going to change the gameplay. I wonder if it's going to replace study engineering with teach engineering. I'm going to apply for the job and see what's up. You tell Dr. Instance you're interested in the job. She looks up from her holopalm like she's just noticed you exist. Yes, you'll do, she says, nodding. The younger, slower kids have trouble keeping up with congruence sometimes. You mostly just have to pat them on the back now and then and stop them from wandering off when they're supposed to be studying. No offense, but anyone with a pulse could do it. You wait for further instruction. Instance sighs, shooing you away dismissively. You know where the classrooms are. Just come when you're not doing whatever nonsense teenagers do here. Incredible. Alright. Well. I wonder if I could super goal. Oh, interesting. 6, 5, 4. The value is wild. Right. Okay. Okay. Ah. Oh. Oh, I see. I have to do this again. I don't think I'm gonna be able to super goal. Tragically. So that's 32. That's 31. Hold on, we're gonna try this. Still 31. Well, I guess this is as good as it's gonna get. No super goal for me. Alright. +2 from one challenge and absorbent brain perk. +3 reasoning, stress, and friendship. Okay, well, we're getting there. Late pollen. Early dust. Okay, let's just take a look and see what tutored children does. Reasoning and empathy. I do want empathy. Could use reasoning. Oh, and interesting, Nomi Nomi's involved with that. Or maybe Nomi Nomi is a student, because Nomi Nomi is younger than me by a couple of years. Alright, what else will we get going? Oh, look, I can talk to Nomi Nomi. And yes, Dad did not die. Ah, my friendship with Nomi Nomi went over 10. So I think maybe that's, that I have unlocked friendship here. Oh, Tange. Well, let's talk to Nomi Nomi and see what's up. You find Nomi Nomi in the lounge, flanked by 2 holo screens and doodling in a sketchbook with real paper. One holo screen is playing an animated kids show, while the other is a wall of text that looks like it might be a translation guide of some kind. Nami's attention moves between the 3 easily. Alright. So I could make a neurodivergent sandwich here. Alright. I think we know what Solana's type is. I'm just saying. When they see you, they jump up and they jump and quickly close their holo screens, sitting up straight and clutching their sketchbook to their chest. Oh, hi, Solana! They giggle, rubbing the back of their head charmingly. How you doing? Alright, I can say, it's okay, you can watch cartoons here, or aren't we a little old for cartoons, or is that in a different language? Oh my god, they are a weeb. Oh my goodness, incredible. Okay. Do I invite them to info dump, or do I encourage them? Do I invite them to info dump about something that they really like? What am I gonna choose? Is that in a different language? Well, yeah, Nomi says, wrinkling their nose. It's better in the original language, but the subtitles don't tell the whole story either. Nomi sets their sketchbook aside and looks around conspiratorially. I thought you were gonna bust me for jailbreaking my holopad, they say. All the Helio kids have restrictions on what we can watch and for how long, but you guys have so many more cartoons than we had. Nomi throws their arms into the air. Like the first season of Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform. What? Okay. So I can either say, what's that? I love Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform. Where did you learn how to do that? Or that sounds like total garbo. I wanna know more about it. It's funny because in this case I've got so many options and I feel like they're all gonna like lead to different things. Like I feel like saying I love it is gonna make it so that our friendship goes up. I want to know about this. Solana is interested. I'm gonna ask, where did you learn how to do that? Nomi shrugs and wiggles their fingers. It was just like modding my gaming gauntlets, they reply. Sure, a little bit more complicated because, oh my gosh, no offense, but your holopalm interface is so deprecated, but a lot of the fundamentals are the same. Nomi closes their eyes and tips their head to the side, smiling. You know, you've got a holopad genius here too, they say. Dis is mondo helpful helping me figure out your old system. Oh man, they're making friends with Dis. Solana, are you gonna try to make this polycule happen, honey? Wait, like Artis? Solana's like a little jealous, actually. She's like, no, but he's like my friend. Nobody else is friends with him, but he's my friend. This is a thing that people feel sometimes. Nomi nods, blinking innocently. Yeah, they chirp. He's a total sweetheart, don't you think? Yeah, okay, alright. The neurodivergent polycule is absolutely going to happen. I am working on this. I feel like on some level, she doesn't fully understand Solana's little heart is going pitter-pat right now. Amazing. Anyway, the important thing is that I get to watch every episode of Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform. Nomi continues, clapping their hands against their cheeks. It's the best cartoon ever made. What else is schoolgirls who look like aircraft from the waist down battling evil aliens while dealing with the stresses of high school life? Oh. Whoa. Okay. That is a strange mental image. The Helio Media Archive only had season 2 through 9 and only 3 of the OVAs, Nomi says, puffing their cheeks out. I can't believe in the 4th OVA, Flight Captain Yumiko gets captured by the aliens and brainwashed into thinking she's been an alien sleeper agent the whole time. Oh my god, this child. I can either say, you hadn't seen the first season, or that sounds exquisitely bad. Or, is that what you're drawing? Wait, is that actually an anime? Is there actually an anime where the kids are schoolgirls who are half fighter jets? Okay, you know, it takes all kinds. Incredible. Alright, well, I'm not going to be rude to them and say that that sounds exquisitely bad, but I will ask, is that what you're drawing? Solana! Nomi exclaims, snatching their sketchbook up again. Don't peek! But they're smiling, so I think it's okay. Ah! I got a memory here. Shoot! I'm so close to empathy! I want to be the empathy thing. I want to put on my thing that raises my stats and do this again. Would you folks judge me if I redid this so that I could ask them the empathy question? I might even regret doing it, but I want to do it. Okay. It's inconsequential. But I'm so close. I'm so close. Okay. There we go. My empathy is now high enough. Should be good enough to do this. Let's give it a try. All right, I have to remember the options that I gave before. Is that a different language? Where did you learn how to do that? Dis? Jealous? And I'm gonna say, is that what you're drawing? And they get nervous. I did get stressed out with people peeking at my sketchbook when I didn't give them permission to peek at my sketchbook growing up. Like when I was unintentionally, or rather unawarely, drawing pinups of pretty ladies. Anyway, happy lesbian day. Alright, what kind of aircraft would you be? Oh, wait, hold on. Nomi laughs and flips over their sketchbook, showing off some of their drawings. I was drawing some fan art for the show, they say. Well, it's kind of fan art. Okay, it's really more like if I was a character in Hypergirl Turbojet Transform, so this is their OC. Oh my god, okay, amazing. Nomi blinks at you, clearly stunned by your interest. Oh, well, okay, kind of, you see, all the cool aircraft are already taken, and it's rude to be a double. Oh my god, incredible. They press the tips of their index fingers together and look thoughtful. Sometimes I draw myself, my character, as something weird, like a hot air balloon. But then I think, it would be kind of cool if I was the only regular human in the Turbo Girl Hyperjets. Okay. I'm pretty sure that went well. I'm pretty sure I can be satisfied with how that went. Look at that! My friendship with Nomi is coming along. Yes, they are a total anime fan. Wait, hold on. I do want to max out, well, not max out. I want to get my next points in engineering, which I am a couple of things away from. I do want to kind of explore around because you get so many points for exploring around, but I'm like halfway down with my stress. So, oh, look at that. Dad's got something to say. Let's go see what Dad has to say. Hi, Dad. You overhear your dad talking to one of the other cultivators. He seems to be upset about something to do with a new governor and people from the Heliopause. When the other woman leaves, you have a chance to ask some of the burning questions you've had. Oh my god. Okay, I can ask... I assume this means that I can ask multiple questions. These are some good questions. Why did the Helios know about Mom? Your dad looks startled and tries to muster a friendly smile. You overheard us, eh, kiddo? Listen, Solana. He hesitates and looks around nervously as if afraid you're being watched. You're just gonna have to trust us adults on this one. There are things you're still too young to understand. I am not too young. I thought the same about myself once, your dad says gravely. I was wrong. I got rebellious points for that. The Helios came here just like us, looking for a better life, he tells you. Some of them had other reasons too, but now that they're here, we have to learn to work together. When your mother and I were young on Earth, we learned a hard lesson. He gives a grim smile. We learned a lot of hard lessons, namely that you can't trust the cops, I assume. One was that it's safer to be led by one dangerous person than to be attacked by an army of them. He lets that sink in. Another was that sometimes when adults tell you not to worry, you should listen to them. Go on, enjoy your youth. He gestures toward the heliopods. Go get to know some of those new kids. I'm sure you'll find they're a lot like you. Interesting. So he's telling me that it's safer to get along with them than to have a war. Before you can say another word, your dad is called back to work. There's still so much to be done to rebuild the farms and geoponics greenhouses, and you can see people from the Helio helping him. Maybe they aren't all that bad. So it doesn't matter what you say. Dad is like, you are too young. And I'm like, no, I'm not. All right. Cal is planting things. Okay, so do we go? We could go outside. We could... I could tutor the children, which would make me better at reasoning, but not engineering. Which I want engineering. I'm so close. I'm so close to engineering. Hold on. We're gonna switch our gear out. There we go. I should probably go shopping at some point. All right. I want points in empathy. But no, I'm gonna get that engineering thing. We're gonna study engineering one more time. To further your engineering knowledge, you're taking a mini class with Chief Engineer Instance on the construction and maintenance of your holopalms. They keep reinforcing the holopalms. Something interesting is going on there. These devices are engineered bismuth crystals embedded in your palms when you start school. They use the heat and electric current of the human body to power themselves, to talk to each other, and can connect to the HoloNet, Congruence's massive repository of information. You can barely remember life before yours. Holopalms were commonplace by the time the Vertumnalia group first formed on Earth, and the square bismuth is grown in a lab, Instance explains, so the physical device itself isn't hard to maintain. The difficulty is in the display and touch interface. Instance opens her holopalm, displaying a visible projected screen floating above her palm. As chief engineer, she also has one of the fancier versions that combines with a pair of eyeglasses to superimpose a projection right onto what she sees. See, the thing is, if she had this implant, I don't know. The interface relies on plasma voxel generators, which require extremely small components that are impossible to nanoprint. The material will have to be mined from Vertumnalia itself. So in other words, we will lose the ability to work on these if we don't find that here. Tant raises her hand. Is it possible to hack these devices? She asks. If the biological electronic interface is so thin, is it possible to hack the human body? In a way, we've already begun to hack the human body, Instance replies. What do you call gene tech? Everything the body does is capable of depends on 4 nucleobases in different configurations. It's no different than congruence. Human and artificial intelligences are both built from a limited code and are transformed into more by the building. Your genetic enhancements, super hearing and sight, temperature regulation, increased resistance to fear, disease, and fatigue, all present in the human genome and unlocked by the power of science. Yeah. This is cool and interesting. They're like, hey, here's some world building. The class splits into working groups to explore installing modules onto your holopalm. You and Tangent are in a group together. She begins installing a mod that will let her scan inorganic materials and get a reading of their chemical compositions. What do you do? I could try to remove my holopalm, download my own mod, or just learn from Tangent. Yes, I think, well, at the moment, I think that Tangent wants to be uploaded into a computer. I have some concerns about that, so we'll see what happens when we get there. I got another hooked on your holopalm card. I can try to remove my holopalm. I could download my own mod, or I could learn from Tangent. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What would you do, Solana? As much as learning from Tangent... Okay, so it's fun here. Tangent canonically doesn't have her module, or canonically doesn't have her holopalm anymore. But this is one of those things that's a bit tricky to do. So it's fine. Flagging things is hard. Removing it does sound gross. I don't think I want to do that. Do I want to download my own, or do I want to learn from Tangent? I think my thing is my friendship with Tangent is going to go up enough, I think. I'm going to download my own mod, I think. Tang raises an eyebrow, impressed. I guess that's true. Tangent is more likely to be impressed by me learning how to do things on my own than asking her to teach me. What module do you choose? A nonogram puzzle game, something to help find lost objects, a raider's speed gun, a bacteria sniffing sensor. That might actually be really useful. I wonder if this is something that's actually going to factor into the things that I can do later. Probably not. This is probably not something that I can use out in the wild, but this is a thing that makes sense to use out in the wild. Then again, this is organizing. This is creativity or reasoning. Maybe this is reasoning, organizing, perception, biology. I'm guessing. Organizing is not really something I care a lot about. Biology is something I don't care about at all. I think the thing that makes the most sense is a bacteria sniffing sensor. Because, like, I'm gonna go wandering out in the wilderness, and also there's stuff going on that we don't know. Like, I should be able to do that. I should be able to do science on the fly. A bacteria sniffing sensor. Ding! Your holopalm can now help you analyze the presence of over 2,000 different kinds of bacteria and other unicellular organisms. This should be helpful in your studies of biology, mycology, and medicine. Which I don't actually study a lot of, but I could. Like, or I could see what the others do. I feel like, yeah, so that gives me +2 to biology. Yeah, I was correct. So I guess the others would be organizing. Probably reasoning, organizing. I actually wonder whether it's all blue stuff. Yes, actually that would make sense if it was reasoning, organizing, engineering. Which would be the speed thing. Which would actually probably put me to where I want to do. So nope, we're gonna load. Sorry, folks. I'm metagaming. Gonna download my own mod. Oh, you have to have engineering high enough to do that. Okay, I'm gonna do a radar speed gun. Yeah, because I'm guessing this is gonna be reasoning, organizing, engineering, and biology. So we're gonna go with engineering. The radar speed gun. +2 engineering, yes. Ding! You're now able to gauge the speed and distance of anything you point your palm towards. This should help you with calculations in physics class and beyond. Excellent. happens if I do this? Alright, well, whatever, it's fine. I'm kind of grooving a little bit. Okay, well, I guess no super goal here. And yes, no, I guess the game does expect metagaming. No, that's true. +1 engineering. +3 engineering. Yes! Did you see I just got my engineering thing? +3 to engineering, +3 to reasoning. Friendship with both of those lovely, adorable people. And some stress. Okay. Oh, it's Vertumnalia! The Vertumnalia festival is a welcome day of normalcy in an otherwise chaotic year. Despite some lingering rivalry between the two factions, Vertumnalia is a chance for the Helios and the Stratos to come together and appreciate the bounty of the planet. At least, that's what the adults say. As Governor Lum takes the stage to address the colony, you can't help but notice the crowd has segregated itself according to their ship of origin. Unsurprisingly. Rex shoots you away from over on the Stratos side, and Nomi makes a silly face. Vase is surrounded by other young soldiers, all looking sharp in their Heliopause uniforms. With Tangent standing beside you, you wonder if the two ships will ever feel like one colony. Well, it's only been a few months, so, like, give it time. A fanfare plays over the square's announcement system. Lum's honor guard do a complex drill with their drone rifles. Greetings, people of Vertumna, Lum says, his voice ringing out over the square. Bye, Sorrow. Thanks for dropping by. Have a good rest of your evening. We may be far from our beautiful Earth, but we can still celebrate and be thankful for what we have here. We've worked hard to save this beleaguered little colony from the brink of destruction, and should be proud of our work. The Helios cheer. Your side of the square is more quiet. That is interesting, because he's not even trying to not be patronizing to us. And in a way, like, kind of like, what reason does he have to be so? Like, he doesn't care. I know some of you have been asking, Lum, how are you going to do it all by yourself? How are you going to run the colony, solve everyone's problems, turn this planet into a paradise, and look this good? Lum strikes a pose to a smattering of polite applause. Well, I have the answer for you, he continues. The old council made a lot of bad choices, like illegally leaving Earth, but I believe in second chances. So I've appointed the original department heads to my own council, Lum's Council 2.0. Better not disappoint me, he laughs and makes finger guns at the department heads at the foot of his podium. Stay on your toes, Stratos. Finger guns are definitely a little bit more loaded when you are the leader of a bunch of soldiers. So this guy is not a good or inspiring leader at all. He's not. But he wasn't supposed to be a leader, so, like, it happens. I also want to promise everyone here today that we're going to make Vertumna safe for humans, Lum says. The next time those bastard Xenos attack, we're going to blow them to so many little pieces there won't be enough left to wipe off our boots. We've already got the defenses, he says, gesturing broadly to the new, taller, thicker walls. And we're building homes for everyone. Homes where people can raise children again, knowing that our military men and women are keeping us safe. Well, that's not good. I'm pretty sure the planet is going to take its revenge. I'm concerned about this. So, that's going to be great. Big cheers from both sides this time. Some of the colonists around you even have tears in their eyes, especially those who lost family in the last attack. Lum goes on for a while, lionizing the Heliopause's military strength and casting subtle digs at your failed colony experiment. Finally, the crowd disperses to set up the square for the afternoon festivities, some traditional and some new. At the tables, Aunt Anne and the kids are setting out the spread for dinner. There's an unimaginable amount of food thanks to the Heliopause's huge ration surplus and the piles upon piles of xeno meat from the hunting parties for those who can stomach it. Anne is all smiles, clearly making an effort to move on as Lum mandated, despite still mourning her lost son, Calm. But not even the festive atmosphere can force a smile onto Anemone's face. Alright, so I can say, come on, it's party time. Or, we should be mourning, not celebrating. Or, who do these Helio jerks think they are? Or, I miss my mom. Well, Anemone may not be my bestie, but I do care about her, sympathize with her. And Anne being sad. And, I mean, she's secretly sad, even if she's pretending not to be. Coupled with Anemone being sad is kind of a reminder and a reinforcement that... And also, like, I think Solana is upset. How did they know who my mom was? Why do they care about my mom? Why is my dad concerned about these things? Like, what's going on here? I don't trust these people. I don't trust any of it. My mom actually, according to Solana, Mom probably wouldn't want me to just go along without thinking of it. I wonder, and yeah, it may match one of the characters shown, in which case this is Mars. This is Anemone. This is probably... This could be Anne or it could be Cal. Sorry. Unfortunately, my own allergies. I think it's allergies. I could be coming down with a cold, which is not my favorite. There, I didn't definitely. All right. I'm back. What am I gonna do though? Okay, so, oh, look at that. Shop gadgets perk. New cards in the depot. Cool. That one I don't particularly care about, but at least now we know what it is. And reasoning is actually reasonably close-ish to get that. I want empathy. I want to get empathy up to that first one. 33. Well, that's going to take a while, isn't it? All right. Well, did I stretch? I can stretch. Yeah, we can stretch. Sorry. I've been thinking about the game, but oh, that's actually really good. I did fencing last night. Arms over your head, everybody. Stretch. Oh, man. Oh, it's good. It's good for us. And then roll out your shoulders. I bet you need it. I need it. All right. What do I want to do here? Come on, it's party time is definitely, that's definitely out. Should be mourning, not celebrating. Who do these Helio jerks? You know what? Actually, yeah, no. Get into Solana's mindset. This Lum guy's been a jerk this entire time. He keeps putting us down. He's talking about how he's gonna smash the Eldritch Horror before it can hurt us. Unfortunately, Blue Glass, I think we are entering Solana's rebellious arc. Which unfortunately means... Yeah, I'm gonna get a rebellious point here. Because it's already like... I already mouthed off a little bit when Dad was like, don't worry about it. And I was like, I am worried about it. I don't dislike or distrust the kids, but I dislike and distrust the adults on the Helio side of things. So, who do those Helio jerks think they are? Yeah, that's fine. Right, Mars exclaims. This Lum guy is a tool. Did you hear what he said about us? How crass. Like, have some respect. Yeah, no, he is a jerk. Oh, good. Dis likes that too. Dis arrives carrying a big tureen of stew. And now they're just taking over and everybody is okay with this? The adults are bigger cowards than I thought. Mars looks at Dis in shock that they agree on something for once. Alright, well, that's fine. I'll take it. The chime sounds to announce that the square is set up for the annual competitions. What do you choose this year? The bake-off? Oh, I need my organizing to be higher. That's what Lauren would definitely be all about, a bake-off. I'm not anywhere close to that. Talent show, trivia, or I could ditch the event. Oh, this is the first time I think that I've been tempted to ditch the event. Like, historically, I have to destroy Mars at the talent show. Oh, your talent show has to be persuasion 30 or greater. That's not what I expected. Well, we can see what it's like. This may be the last time that I compete. I'm gonna give it a go. Let's see what happens. Talent show. Ah, loyalty went back up. Darn it! You, Mars, and Rex report for the all-singing, all-dancing, all-talent extravaganza. Mars looks a little put out that Dis doesn't show up. She was looking forward to continuing their rivalry. Darn it! I kind of want to ditch it then. Mars goes up first and does a dance routine she lifted from a music video. The teenagers all enjoy it, but you can tell the adults feel it's a little much for a 15-year-old. Seek clucks their tongue and Instant shakes her head. I kind of want to load it and ditch. No, this is my rebellious arc. Oh shoot, but I'm gonna have to redo all of that, including the engineering thing again, aren't I? Does it quick save before Vertumnalia, or is it all one thing? Because, like, that would be way more than I think I wanted to play out. Do you folks know what's the deal with that? It's all one thing, yeah. Because it would have been kind of fun to ditch with Dis. Darn, it doesn't quick save. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. We're doing this. Oh, woo! Rex calls out to Mars as they cross paths on the stage exit. You're hotter than both suns. Mars laughs smugly and flips her hair at him. I'm glad that I have a friendship with him because I'm hanging out with her. Rex does a stand-up routine featuring a number of dog-based puns, and then it's your turn. Oh my god. Alright, Rex. Okay. It's a persuasion challenge. That's really interesting. It was not a persuasion challenge before. It's a hard challenge. So, do I want to play the photo phonor, live art, or interpretive dance? I'm going to play the photo phonor, obviously. That's my instrument. See how we do here. I don't care about my kudos. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. We'll see what happens from here. Oh, this doubles the card beside it, huh? Interesting. hold on, we're gonna... So that's 27. Yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, that's not what I thought I was gonna do, but that's fine. Oh wait, actually, hold on. What if I move all of these down here? Ah, still not enough for a super goal, huh? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Alright. Oh, cars with gems are wild. That's where that came from. Okay. I also, you'll notice I don't think I had a single yellow card this time. That's wild. Because I usually have a lot of those. That's why I usually equip... Well, not this one. Yes, no, this one. That's why I usually do that. Well, I guess I'll see what other things I can equip. Okay, well, I didn't super goal, but I still got it. I lost a kudos. That's fine. I don't care about that. Done. The new arrivals all giggle when they see you pull out your photophonar. The photophonar fad was long over by the time they left Earth, and none of the younger Helios even know what it is. Which means they're all stunned when you give them your best routine yet. It's a touching commemoration of everything the colonies suffered this past year. The memorial for those lost and a paean of hope for the future, all in one. You win by a large margin of raucous applause. Yeah. Talent show champion 2. I don't know what I just got a question mark. Oh yes, popular. You're a winner and everyone wants to be your friend. After the festivities, the mood in the colony is a lot lighter. You see people smiling easier and often see mixed groups of Helios and Stratos socializing together. It feels like the first time people have actually let themselves relax. Alright, well, we're gonna go with that. We're gonna take that. Oh, new perk. Yes, shop gadgets. So we can shop. Wait, why am I getting... Oh, my friendship with Tangent is up to 90. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's true. I think it does make sense that she was like, I'm going to play my song and I'm going to show you jerks. We matter. This is about us. This is about what we've been through and what we've done. And that counts. And you can't take that away from us. So yeah, maybe I planned a rebellious little song. Good job, Solana. Okay, so my friendship with Tangent is quite good right now. Welp. So we'll have quick saved there. Alright, let's see what happens with Tange. You find Tange puzzling over a large holo screen, making notes on her hollow eye and frowning over them. As you approach, she gestures to wipe the holo screen clean and start again. Ugh, she sighs, taking a break to rub her temples. Okay, Tange, come on, think. You come up beside her and she startles. Oh, Solana, hello, she says. I'm in the middle of running simulations on genetic diversity over the next few generations. You're welcome to see. It will affect all of us, most likely. Yes, that is a concern, isn't it? Tange pulls up the next genogram simulation. A family tree encompassing all the people in the colony, their familial relationships and genetic conditions. She scrutinizes it with a frown. We have an unusually high amount of hereditary heart disease no matter how you slice it, she mutters. Luck of the draw. We've lost quite a bit more genetic diversity than the original geneticists of the Vertumnalia project anticipated, and that's not even counting those unwilling or unable to reproduce. She crosses her arms. It's possible to steer the ship out of it, so to speak, but it will take some purposeful breeding choices, at least for 5 to 6 generations. Yeah, this is that whole, like, kind of creepy fascist type thing. She's now talking about a form of eugenics. Understandably, this is actually a concern in a way that if you have a very small group with inbreeding, like it can cause a lot of problems. And I was concerned about the number of people we had here. But this mindset is also concerning. Purposeful breeding choices, like the phrasing of that, is not so great. So I can either say, may I verify your data, or what the heck are you talking about? I understand what she's saying. I don't like what she's saying. I think I want to try to verify her data because Solana's like, what? That's crazy. And I think I'll probably still have a chance to say no. Well, we'll see. We're going to ask to verify her data. Tange gives you a curt smile and angles the hollow screen towards you. It sounds crude, she admits, but the colony will need to accept a certain level of oversight in this matter if we intend to survive, genetically speaking. Artificial insemination of material from Earth donors, even in love matches, for example. Oh, actually, that's potentially less bad than I thought. She's basically saying we may have to use our banks of genetic material to have more genetic diversity among people, which, that's fine. Like, that feels less weird than breeding people, if that makes sense. Besides, it's more in line with the way that this colony has done things, I think. You stare at the genogram until your eyes cross and shake your head. Tange laughs. It's terrifyingly complex, isn't it? She says. Imagine, this process happens all the time naturally. Why, any sweating beast can squirt a child into the dirt. It's all just proteins and luck, but the end result is this. She waves her hand at the massive chart. It's beautiful in a way. On a long enough time scale, we can predict the genetic drift of a species. In the face of that, what do family bonds matter? Tange laughs bitterly. It's not as if sharing genes with someone guarantees you'll be a strong family union. Does anyone really like their parents? Yes, she doesn't really have. So, I can say that sounds a little eugenicsy, which I'm going to say. I'm going to say I did. But I'm going to sound the alarm here that this sounds a little eugenicsy because I have points in humanities, not just STEM. See, this is why it's important to study ethics in addition to your science. Sounds a little eugenicsy. Tange looks affronted. You what? She sputters. Solana, surely there's a middle ground between eugenics and everyone dying of preventable genetic diseases, especially in these first critical generations. So I do think, to her credit, she finds like, if you talk about eugenics, that is terrible. So she's like, I don't want eugenics. She's not like, oh, well, no, eugenics is fine. She's like, there's got to be something that we can do to help us survive while not engaging in genetics, or in eugenics, rather. So I can say cool motive, still eugenics, or I guess. This is gonna be a little setback with my friendship with her, I suspect, but I think yeah, no, like she's not, her ideals are still agreeable, even if she's following her logic in directions that are concerning. Yeah, I'm gonna say cool motive, still eugenics, because, like, I think it's necessary to talk through this, because, yeah, it is possible if, like, if everybody has heart disease, like, that's concerning. That is concerning. Like, it is actually a risk. Didn't I talk about my concerns about the lack of genetic diversity in this small population and whether it was actually realistic for them to be able to survive with this few people? I feel like that's a subject that I talked about earlier on, so I'm glad that the game devs are bringing it up. Oh man, do I push the point and tell... trying to think through. Yeah, but because, like, the thing is, like, when you're trying to survive as a group, it's concerning. But also eugenics is bad. What would Solana say here, though? The thing is, unfortunately, for better or for worse, Solana is really attached to Tangent, which has led her to say some things and be supportive of Tangent when I think other people might be like, what is wrong with you, kid? I'm trying to figure out if we would have an I guess where it's like clear that Solana's not okay with this, but she's not necessarily going to fight back about it. And it's true, Solana is not a fan of biology. No, you are absolutely correct. She does not want to study biology. She does not want to think about biology. But the thing is, like, they have kind of been doing this, I think, already to some degree. Which is already, like, it's part of your culture and your society. Well, honestly, I think Solana is most likely to say, I guess. Which is not very satisfying. But I think that's the in-character thing to do here. Like, somebody who's more outspoken, like Dis, would definitely call her out on it and just straight up say that's eugenics, and that's what you're saying. Doesn't matter what your reasoning is, it is eugenics. You can say that it's morally justified because it keeps everyone else from dying or whatever, but it's still eugenics. You can choose that your morals allow you to commit this specific amount of eugenics, but it is still eugenics. How strong-willed are you, Solana? Are you going to speak up to your best friend? Are you going to push back? I don't know. Her face is so well drawn. Like the way the lines are, it's so expressive. I really don't like using the word friend zone. It's her crush who doesn't, like, you could say her non-reciprocating crush, that's fair. But I just don't like the idea of the friend zone. So all it just means is that you're friends with somebody and they don't reciprocate your feelings. So. Then again, it's possible that Solana is so horrified. No, I do actually feel pretty strongly that the concept of the friend zone, like, it indicates that there's, like, a category that people put you in. That you get in, and once you're in that category, like, they've designated you as that, and something's wrong with you. There's no reason to have a separate phrase to describe that, and the majority of people using that has to do with the majority of times that I see people using it is people not recognizing that whether a person likes you or not is not something you have control over, and it's not something that you do right or wrong. Like, the friend zone, the way a lot of people use it, the way that the term is used, indicates that there is a fail state in you pursuing a romantic relationship with somebody, and if you do it wrong, you fall into the fail state, which removes the agency of the person you're interested in, views human interaction as, like, an objectively measurable, like, gamified activity and also puts a value judgment on friendship versus romance, where friendship is a consolation prize that is worth less inherently than romance. All of which are things that I am very strongly opposed to. So yeah, I don't feel comfortable using the term friend zone. Like, a person is just not interested in you. And that doesn't mean that you failed the test. That doesn't mean that you picked the wrong decisions. It doesn't mean that you could have done things differently to change the outcome. It doesn't mean you have to accept the consolation prize of second place. All it means is that one human being you're interested in doesn't reciprocate those feelings. End of story. Which has nothing to do with things that you can control necessarily. Like, I don't know. There's so many reasons why a person might be interested or not interested in someone, and they don't owe you a chance of being interested in them. And there is no fail state. They're simply like, are you interested in them? Are they interested in you? Is this a reciprocated feeling? And is this something that you both reciprocally agree you want to take action about? That's it. But if that's what we're talking about, then that's what we say. So in this case, like, no. As far as we have seen so far, Solana has a crush on, an unrequited crush. We have words for that. An unrequited crush on Tange. But they're also really good friends. So whether this is because Tange is aromantic, or simply not interested in Solana, or simply not interested in pursuing romance, regardless of whether she's capable of romantic attraction or not. Well, no, I just object to the existence of the friend zone. Like, what the fuck is the friend zone? What does that mean? Why is it the friend zone? What differentiates a friend zone from an unrequited feelings or friendship? Like, how is the friend zone something that you put somebody into? You don't lower someone into the friend zone. You simply just don't have romantic interest in them. That's all. Being friends with somebody is not a rejection. Rejecting somebody's romantic advances is not putting them in a category. It is simply taking an action. And I think that the concept of the friend zone is like a vile and hurtful sentiment that leads to major problems in how people pursue or seek relationships. It leads to largely men dehumanizing women, viewing romancing women as a situation in which if you just insert the right coins, out pops romance or sex. This is a very large problem, especially in our nerdy communities. Like, I don't know if I know very many people who are women or perceived by people around them as female, who have not had this happen to them, where a male friend believing in the friend zone tries to apply friendship coins at every single woman he knows until one of them takes the coin and gives romance or sex in return. And then he gets bitter and angry because he's been friend-zoned by all those women. No, you fucker! They weren't interested in you. And you weren't treating them as human beings. So they're not going to be interested in you. Shocker! People are not romantically attracted to somebody who views them as a functional blow-up doll. So when somebody uses the term friend zone, that's what it's that's what it's connected to. That's where it comes from, and that's what it means. And I don't know what other people choosing to roleplay their characters in Exocolonist how they will. Solana views Tangent as a full-fledged, fully rounded human being who is capable of having her own feelings, interests, and wants. She has every right to her own interest or lack of interest. She has agency over her life. She has agency over how she chooses to act on things. And she can do what she will or won't. Does that suck for Solana if she has a crush on this girl and she gets rejected? Yeah, sure, it does. Being rejected hurts. It's okay. She'll live. It hurts. That's fine. She's not friend-zoned. She's not inserting friendship coins. Like, in a way, on a meta level, yes, I am doing the things that are going to make people like me. Which is really creepy when people do that in real life, which they do. But I think it's fantastic that no matter what you do on that front, if Tangent isn't romanceable, you're stuck. She's not romanceable. It's not that she's friend-zoned you, it's that she's not romantically interested and she never will be. And I think that's great. It's a problem actually that I kind of have with the BioWare side of things, where games like that are designed to be wish fulfillment games, and they're designed to be dating sim games. And so the characters exist for the purpose of you being able to choose to romance them or befriend them. And so when people try to romance a character who is not available to them, they feel betrayed because they're entering into a contract of sorts. When they're playing the game, their expectation is, you are presenting me with dateable characters. And so it feels like they're breaking their end of that bargain by having some characters be off limits based on, for example, sexuality or things like that. I'm not the audience for BioWare games. I'm not the audience for wish fulfillment games or for dating sims. Generally speaking, none of those are things that I like. So I really can't speak about the mindset that goes into that sort of thing. For me, I find it kind of frustrating unless like you intentionally say, because this is like a dating sim game, this is a game in which players are going to be approaching this, so we are going to set up a bunch of eligible people who are all canonically bisexual, pansexual, biromantic, panromantic, and therefore like anyone is romanceable by anybody. That seems like a responsible decision if you're making a game that is fulfilling that kind of fantasy for people. But for me, I like it if you have romanceable characters who have personalities and identities and such, if the game respects those characters' personalities and identities. Like I've said, we don't know for sure. Tange hasn't said straight up, I'm aromantic. She clearly finds sex gross. She's not interested in it, and she clearly looks down on romance. That doesn't necessarily mean that she does not have feelings or urges or attraction on any capacity. We don't know. She could have those things and hate them, for example. But thus far, she has seemed completely not reciprocating Solana's feelings. And that's fine. And so that's why Solana has stopped flirting with her, but then there was that one moment and Solana had a moment of weakness and tried to flirt with her again. That's a very human thing to do. If Tangent said, Solana, we are friends, and that is the extent of my interest in you. Please stop trying to flirt with me. It makes me uncomfortable. Then Solana should stop. But at this point, because Tange hasn't specifically said that, I think it is in character for Solana to try not to, but occasionally do it anyway. Because characters don't have to choose the morally correct, ultimately perfect answer all the time. Which is another problem that I think some people have. But I roleplay out my character, and humans are allowed to make mistakes or be messy. And so Solana will do that. Anyway, all of that's a big, long tangent. Sorry. Roleplay, yeah. Go figure. I'm actually roleplaying out a character. This has not ever happened. I did a little bit with Ocelot in Disco Elysium, but mostly in trying to figure out who he was, who he is, and how to shape that. In this case, it is solely, yes, oh my god, Rainy, I know. People are like, you can't have a sympathetic character do something bad unless they say, this is bad, or something in the story says, by the way, this is bad. And I'm like, no. Let things be messy and apply your maturity and reading comprehension as an adult or an adult in training to make judgment calls yourself. It's okay. That's all right. No, it's all good. We talk a lot here. I have feelings about things. This just in humans have flaws. No, it's all good. I get fussy about stuff. That's what I do. I've been pretty good about mostly staying on topic with this game. I've only had a few tangents here or there. Alright, well, you know what? I got worked up about a thing. Solana's about to have a fight with her best friend. Because she's like, I get why you're doing this, but it's still eugenics and I'm not comfortable with it. And you know, maybe there were those moments where she was a little bit uncomfortable with some of the stuff that Tangent was saying. Maybe this is going to come through and she's going to do this now. She's going to say, cool motive, still eugenics. Tange rolls her eyes. Whatever, I'm still going to run the simulations. Then when your inbred great-great-great-grandchildren interface with my consciousness that I've uploaded into the colony AI, I could tell them I was right. That's funny. As for my own family, Tange continues, I feel no allegiance to any of them based on blood. If I had no family at all, that would be acceptable. Hold on just a sec. Oh, thanks, Ampy. We had a gross bot. Thank you, Ampy. Well done. Okay. So let's say, what about Dis or don't you miss your mother? I'm going to say, what about Dis? I know that you feel betrayed, but the two of you really just need to sit down and talk. You could use some therapy, children. What about Dis? Ugh. Tange says, I'm ashamed we're even related. All he does is mope about around the colony all day, crying and moaning about how nobody likes him. Don't you miss your mother? You mean the depressed drunk who died when I was a kid? Tange retorts. No, not at all. If it wasn't for Chief Steward Anne, I probably wouldn't even be alive. Whoo, boy. Okay, I don't know that I'd realized quite what happened with those two. Well, I wonder both of her kids have a lot going on. Do you want kids someday? Tange looks thoughtfully at the genogram. Truthfully, I'm not entirely certain I can bear children. There must be limits to my gene-engineered body. I certainly didn't experience puberty to the extent that Mars did, for example. Besides, Tange continues, children would only distract me from my work. The chief engineer never had children, after all. I think that's admirable. Now, to be fair, there is a reason why people refer to your family of origin, which is not necessarily your chosen family, because your bonds by blood do not necessarily indicate that you're going to have a close relationship with someone, nor does it necessarily obligate you to take care of people. Sometimes it is in your best interest to step away from your family entirely, or to cut a particular person out of your life, or keep them at arm's length. So, Tange's gaze flicks over to where Chief Engineer Instance is talking to one of the other lab assistants. In some ways, I'm the child she never had, and she is the mother I wished I did have, she says quietly. We became close when we started my gender affirmation process, she continues. It was so obvious then that we were kindred spirits. As I would come in for checkups and observation, we talk about the science behind the process. Of course, I showed an interest in it, and Instance fostered that in me. She supported me. Tange looks down at the ground. Unlike my own mother, who by that point had ceased to find joy in almost anything. What would I be without Instance? Tange says. The only things I have in life are what she gave me. Not just this body, but my passion, my hard work, my achievements. Without her, I would have nothing. I owe her everything. Oh, man. I can say you're more than what she made you be, or she sounds really important to you. Alright, hold on. I have to kind of figure out what it is that my character is saying here. So, saying, you're more than what she made you be. Sounds potentially like that could mean she forced you to be this, but I don't think that's what happened. She sounds really important to you. She does. You can owe her things, but... Man. Well, okay. What would Solana say? Keep like looking over at Solana's face and then looking back at my stuff and then looking at Solana and then looking back at my answers. The first answer feels more like what Tange would say. This is the way that, even just the way it's phrased, feels more like the way Tange talks, you know? Where's the second one? Just squishy feelings. Oh, man. I don't know. Solana. I have to think through. What am I going to say? It is so hard making decisions about dialogue options. What should I pick? What would you pick, Solana? Because she's not saying without her I would be nothing. She's just saying without her I would have nothing. Those are different. I'm going to pick the squishy answer even if it winds up leading to nothing and the conversation ends. She sounds really important to you. Tange smiles. She is, she replies. More than anyone. Now, if you'll excuse me, she says, turning back to the genotype before her. I have our legacy to plan. Okay, well that didn't destroy or create anything. It's fine. It's all good. I bet that Nomi would like the flowers. Nomi, do you want a flower? Let's see what happens. Oh! It's Nami's birthday. Wow, a birthday gift! Nomi exclaims. Thank you, Solana. All right. Well, that's useful knowledge. And they're 14 now. Their birthday is mid-dust. You have to make sure you give a gift to people on their birthday. Interesting. Good to know. Oh, Mars isn't here. My engineering needs to be 80 or greater in order to do more with this. What is my engineering at? 67. Oh, okay. Hugs incoming. Ah, you can basically, it looks like once a season you can do hugs. Rex throws his arm wide. Yes, it's the coach. I'm open. Okay, he's very adorable. So you could just get friendship points with him just once a quarter. Just be like, hello. Or once a season. Cal is snoozing. Sorry, Dad. Testing on animals? That doesn't sound good. I don't think I like that. Alright, so we are actually doing pretty okay on the energy front. So we could go out and have an adventure. Where is Dis? Oh, Dis. He's maybe outside. I would like to go have an adventure. Although I get double kudos. You know what? Actually, let's go see what the kudos... Where is Mars? Where is she? Is she up here? Yeah, she's up here. Hello, Mars. No. She's still thinking about hot boys and girls. Okay, visit the supply depot. What have you got? Oh, my goodness. Oh, you can give people cake on their birthday. I bet that's pretty special. All right, what do we got here? Learning tablet. +5 reasoning. +20 persuasion. The cool jacket. I think I'd like to have that. Vert space helmet. +10 reasoning. Brain trainer. +15 to all skills. That sounds really good. Hollow eye display. +30 engineering. First collectible use is free. Amazing. Okay, these are some pretty good things. Vintage focus device. Oh my god. It's a fidget spinner. Guys, there's a fidget spinner. That's really funny. I love that it's vintage. I think I'm gonna have to get the brain trainer and just put it on a lot. It's expensive, but like what else am I gonna do with my money? I haven't bought a lot else. Also, it's cute and silly. Shall we do this? I think I'm gonna do this. I don't know what else I'm gonna need money for, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna buy it. Brain trainer, yes. Okay. Hold on, we're gonna see what this says. View the notice board. Food supplies are good. Security rating is orange. All right. Let's see, what should we do? What are we gonna do? I assume this is out here. Shall we go out here? Oh, there's a flower. Don't have anything to give him. You can't change your gear when you're out there? Is that what that is? Okay, gear. Oh, maybe I just did it wrong. Holy crap. Yeah, that's a little good. Wow. I think I'm gonna go outside now. Although actually we are close to time. So maybe we'll do that next. I want us to make good use of... Our stress is low right now. And so we can do the most out here. So there's the valley. We've done the plains. We haven't done the ridges or the swamp. The ridge, broken spine of the planet, dizzying heights, abyssal lows, hot and arid here no matter the season. Oh, you know what? But the Valley of Vertigo is always pollen. The western ridge is always dry. The plains must be always wet, and the swamp is whatever the other one is. Dangerous animals and hazardous weather conditions. So we could try to go to the valley and see what else is up there. Or we could do another month or two of other stuff. Oh, always glow is a good question. Don't like it. Well, let's see what else. What can we do? We could tutor the kids. Fairly close to getting Reasonings perk-ish. I just really want empathy. I've got 20. Empathy is 20. I want empathy and persuasion. Let's see. What should I do? I can help in the kitchens, which gives me empathy and creativity, and kudos, which I'm going to get extra kudos. My kudos are going to be doubled. We could help in the kitchen. Creativity and empathy. I do want empathy. I want empathy really badly. What's in here? Tutoring children gives me reasoning and less empathy. Oh, and lots of kudos. Yeah, that's fine. Reasoning and empathy are two that I'm working on. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we could see what's up with that. We'll try tutoring the kids. We'll see what happens. You show up to class to find congruence teaching a classroom of younger children. Instance is nowhere to be found. In the absence of further direction, you settle in to help the students with their work. After half an hour, Instance pokes her head into the classroom. Oh good, you're already here, she says. I trust you'll be able to handle yourself in all subjects and with students of all ages. Ask Congruence if you need any help. She turns to leave, but stops and turns back to you. Thank you, Solana, she says quietly. Since Professor Hal died, well, Congruence and myself are poor replacements for him. I am grateful for your help. You settle in to help the younger students learn how to use their holopalms to access the HoloNet, Congruence's massive database. Congruence has everything they could ever need. Music, movies, games, novels and comics, a calculator, a timer, an encyclopedia, textbooks, the colony's social media, specialized tools for different jobs like architectural holograms. It's a massively powerful tool, and it's in their literal hands. They're mostly interested in the games. Can you see this cute little baby child? Oh my goodness, she's so cute. Some understand it less than others. Why do we gotta read about stuff? Nugget whines, poking dejectedly at her holoscreen. The skin around her newly implanted holopalm looks a little red, like she keeps picking at it. I just want to go play. So I can either say, we're lucky to have access to this tech. Here, let me show you something. Or if I had even a handful of points in biology, I could have said, that looks infected. Here, let me show you something. You show Nugget how to look up videos about sports ball. She's totally enraptured by it. Whoa, she exclaims. I can watch people play sports ball in my hand anytime? Turbo. This is a new character. This is very exciting. The next generation is here. Nugget is 8 and full of energy. The other kids are able to settle down and to work on their biology assignment, drawing pictures of the xenofauna that live on Vertumnalia to put in a classroom diorama. But Nugget prefers a more creative approach. You look at her drawings. Nugget's animals all have extra wings or heads, robotic treads, laser turrets, or top hats. Some aren't even close to the reference image. I can either chastise her or encourage her. Obviously, I'm going to encourage her. You praise Nugget's creativity. Yes, that hot bike does look better with a jetpack. Nugget is proud of herself and works diligently on her project. Yes, the class diorama does look a little eccentric when it's all complete, but at this age it's more important to keep a child engaged than it is to teach them academic skills. Nugget gives you a big hug when class is over. I hope you're my teacher all the time, Solana. Get to work. Total equals goal though. Unless I'm gonna get, hold on. Okay, hold on. 6, 5, 4. Oh, super goal. Hold on, I'm gonna try this and see if this. Yes! I'm gonna get the kudos. Super goal with the kudos, the extra kudos. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We did it. I'm so proud of myself here. Super goal. Oh, I got a lot of money. Exact score from battle condition and popular status. I got empathy. I got a lot of reasoning. That actually makes my reasoning much closer to getting the thing I wanted. All right, cool. Late dust. Let's see if there's anyone else here that I can talk to about a thing or do a thing. Too soon to give another gift, but now we know when their birthday is. Alright, well, that's okay, Dis. We still got a couple more years to sort things out. What am I gonna do? Wait, hold on. Actually, can I? Let me check. Can I get the cards if I use the gear to do it? Hold on. Memories, gear. If I do this, and then I talk to Dad. Oh, my animals has to be. No, it's still not quite enough. What does my biology have to be? You pass a group of soldiers from the Helio pods leaving the garden. One of them eyes you with disdain, but the rest ignore you. Inside, Cal is scowling as he rakes up a planting bed. His expression softens when he sees you, but not by much. Hey, Solana, he says. Did you see those jerks? They're always sniffing around here, trying to start a fight with me. I think their leader's that mouthy kid, Vase. He leans one arm on his rake. Whatever. Joke's on them. I ain't gonna play their little soldier games. I'm gonna give him some fruit, because I know he likes it. Oh, look at that! I got Cal's birthday, too! Oh, wow, that looks delicious, Cal exclaims. Thanks for the birthday gift, Solana. You know I love to eat. So yeah, you give them a gift on their birthday, and it gives you an extra bonus. That's good to know if you want to, like, actually min-max. So the fun nature fact calls for biology to be 40 or greater, which it is not. See if there's anybody else that I can do anything with. Well, maybe my engineering is high enough now. Yeah, I can help Rex build something. Let's do that. Hold on. Do we have a mod handy? We've got a troll. If not, I can do it. It's okay, I got it. There we go. Okay. So I can say I'm gonna help Rex build something. You know what my hammock needs? Asks Rex. An automatic snack delivery system for when my hands are busy. I was thinking, if I hang a big barrel of cookies up here, he continues, pointing to a gnarled wood tree nearby, I could use ramps and pulleys to bring the cookies over here. He gestures to his hammock, and they could just roll right into my mouth. It's a bold plan and involves a lot of twisty-turny ramps, gears, levers, swinging arms, and more. It's probably a lot more complicated than it needs to be, but it is hilarious to watch Rex push a button and send a cookie rocketing down a chute and eventually to his mouth. The ground is littered with the cookie detritus of failed runs, but Rex is proud anyway. It works perfect, he says, his mouth full. Thanks for the help. Okay, I made friends with him and I got engineering points. Excellent. Oh, look at that. My friendship with him has gone up. All right. You find Rex playing cards by himself in the lounge with an actual physical deck of cards. He looks up as you approach and visibly brightens when he sees you, sitting up straight with his dog-like ears on alert. Well, hey, Solana, he exclaims. How's it hanging? Do you want to play a game with me? Sure, what kind of game? It's called Bottoms Up, Rex explains. We both play a card from our hand we think is lower than the one the other person is playing, and the person with the lowest card wins. If you win, you get the number of points that are on your card, plus you get to take the loser's card and add it to your hand. So you want to play a low card to win, but if you play your high cards at the right time, you get a lot of points. It's a game of compromise. I used to play it all the time back on the Helio, but now everyone's here and, you know, realizing their big dreams of being heroes and saving humanity, Rex says, rolling his eyes with a good-natured grin. Soldiers love to gamble, Rex says. You know, that thing you use here, kudos? We can bet some kudos on it, or maybe we can bet something more interesting. Oh my god. Is he... Are we gonna play strip poker? Rex. Are we gonna play strip poker? And yes, he did make a Rube Goldberg machine to feed himself cookies. So I could offer that many kudos if I had that many kudos. I can bet with a smaller number of kudos. I can say, can we play for fun? Or what do you mean more interesting? What do you mean more interesting? Well, Rex says, his smile turning a little wolfish. Have you ever kissed anyone before? No, not yet. Really? Rex asks. Wow, but you're so pretty and cool. He puts his hand on yours and leans in, looking at you with a sincere expression. I'd love to be your first kiss, Solana. So I can either say yes, which is flirtatious. I can use my reasoning of 21 or greater to be like, wait, do we kiss no matter who wins? Or, no thanks. Solana, I don't think is interested in this, but she's curious. So I'm going to say, wait, do we kiss no matter who wins? Rex throws back his head and laughs, then fixes you with a flirtatious look. Solana, he teases you, don't give away my best trick. This kid. Oh my god. I just don't think that Solana's interested in that. She doesn't want to be Mars's rival. She's already got multiple people she is interested in, and Rex, frankly, is not her type. He's just really not. I'm sorry, Rex. You're very charming, and you're used to people being attracted to you. But, and it's not even that he's, like, not smart, because he is a smart guy, but Solana likes weirdos. Solana likes neurodivergent weirdos, and you are not that. You are entirely too well-adjusted and functional in society. I'm gonna say no thanks. That's fine, Rex says. We don't have to, see, because he is a good guy. Shall we bet? Shall we? Is 20 kudos okay? Yeah, let's see. Is 20 kudos okay? Of course, Rex exclaims. Whatever you feel comfortable with is fine by me. He's winking. He's making that sexual. Thanks. Thanks, Rex. Oh my god. He's adorable. Rex shuffles the cards and deals half the deck to each of you, and you begin to play the game. Ah. The best thing about this game is that it's not very hard to play, Rex says, scooping up his winning cards. It's all about how well you know the other person, and, well, we don't know each other very well yet, so what do you want to know about me? All right. Have you made any friends here? Oh yeah, of course, Rex says. He looks happy. All the adults are so much nicer than the ones I grew up with. Like, they care so much about how and why they do stuff. I love being around them. That actually is really cool, and that checks out. Like, honestly, that makes a lot of sense to me, that would be a much more pleasant environment. And the other teens, like, whoa, you guys are all so cool. Anemone and Tans are so passionate. Cal's a solid sweetheart, and Mars is like a galactic level hottie. Wow. He trails off, lost in thought. Oh, and that Dis guy seems interesting too. Yeah, I'm not surprised that Dis has not warmed up to you. I'm glad that he appreciates Cal. Cal is a solid sweetheart. That is true. All right, what do you like to do for fun? Talk to people mostly, Rex says, and puts down a low card to win the hand. I like to see what everyone's doing and help them with the stuff if I can. I just really like being around other people. I like doing whatever they're doing. Yes, he is very extroverted, relatable kiddo. Oh, and cuddling, of course. I love cuddling and running and chasing stuff. He rubs the soft inner parts of his ears and smiles sheepishly. All right, what are your plans for the future? This is a good question, because, like, what's going to happen to this colony? Rex blinks at you. Oh, wow, big question. I don't know. I think if I stayed on the Helio pause, I probably would have ended up becoming a soldier like everyone else, but planet side? Rex smiles to himself as he puts down a high card. I could do anything. I've always liked making things with my hands, and I like to make other people happy. Maybe I can do something with that. Yeah, he's really adorable. He would be absolutely wasted as a soldier. Also, what's the purpose of them being a soldier on a colony ship? Like, why is that a thing? What do you need to be soldiers for? Ugh. Enough talking. Let's just play the game. You play out the rest of the... Oh, my empathy is still not high enough. It's so close. Yes, he's also distracting you with this talking to ensure he wins this game. Probably, yes. So he knows what he's doing. You play out the rest of your cards, staying fairly even in points, until Rex is left with only one card, and you have two. You're trailing, but not by much. If you play your low card for an easy win, you'll gain enough points to make it a draw. If you gamble on the slightly higher card in your hand, you might lose entirely, but you could win. What do you do? I could check Rex for tells if I had 4 more points in empathy. So close. Play a low card for the draw, or play a high card for a chance to win. I don't really care about money as the thing. So we might as well. Let's play a high card for a chance to win. Ah, you put down your higher of 2 cards, and Rex shouts, "Are you for real?" He laughs. That was a really risky play. You're lucky I only had a high card left. He turns over his card. It's even higher than yours. You win the game by a comfortable margin. Collect your winnings. Oh right, the popular status. Rex links up your hollow palms and transfers you your winnings. It's a good thing I love helping so much, he laughs. You can rack up kudos pretty fast. That's hilarious. Okay, well, I've just doubled my money, basically. Incredible. All right. Well, we are actually at time to stop. So I can figure out if I want to go exploring this month. I'm excited that I now know some characters' birthdays, finally. In my defense, I didn't give gifts for the first few years. Look at that! Nugget is here! Nugget doesn't have any information. I wonder if she'll eventually become a teen. And then we'll have information on her. Alright. Well... if Nugget can become my little sister, that would be adorable. I think I'm gonna go ahead and shut down. I think we made some decent progress. Some things have happened. Nothing's on fire. We will almost certainly wrap up the next stream. Is this the longest year we've had? I don't know. Yeah, I usually stream for about 3 hours. I usually stream from about 7 to about 10 Eastern time. Nobody died. That's true. Nobody died. Nothing catastrophic happened. We've made some pretty good progress with friendship here. We're working on Nomi and Rex, mostly Nomi. I'm interested. Not interested in Vase, sorry. Made some progress with our friendship with Tangent. We'll have, eventually, I think we will reach max friendship with Tangent. And we'll kind of see what happens from here. And I guess I'm going to be more friends with Mars, I guess. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, folks. I appreciate you being here. And I am caught up. Oh, not load. No, save. Save, not load. The opposite. I don't know. Got nothing else. Thank you all so much. Take care of yourselves. Be good. Thank you for joining for your first stream. For everyone who comes in, tunes in every time, thank you so much. It's always lovely to have you here. This has been super fun. I'm really enjoying this game, and we'll see how much we get through and what happens next time, shall we?